Welcome back, all of you. In the last session, we had discussed majority and minority carriers in p-type semiconductor, and also meanwhile we have learned minority and majority charge carriers in n-type semiconductor, drift process as well as diffusion process. So now let us, and also we have seen the formation of p-n junction, barrier potential. Today let us discuss p-n junction diode in forward bias as well as how it is going to work under forward bias condition. And also let us see the p-n junction diode also in the reverse bias condition. Okay. So now p-n junction diode in forward bias. Let me tell what is biasing. What is biasing? So biasing is nothing but application of external voltage, connecting the external voltage. So forward bias is nothing but, so assume it is a p-n diode, which is formed by p-type and n-type silicon semiconductor. If the this is the battery. See here, for this p-n diode, an external voltage is connected to this p-n diode. This is biasing. So what type of biasing is this? This type of biasing is forward bias. Let me tell what is forward biasing. So if this is the battery, no? So if this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. Okay. Here in this battery, this is the symbol of battery, in which the lengthiest line indicates the positive terminal and the shortest line indicates the negative terminal. Okay. So if the positive terminal of the battery is connected to p-type and negative terminal of the battery is connected to n-type, then we call this biasing as forward biasing, right? So this type of connection is known as forward biasing. So let me discuss what happens when the p-n junction diode is in forward bias, right? Working of p-n junction under forward bias. So if it is connected under forward bias condition, what happens? In p-type semiconductor, what are the majority carriers? Holes. In n-type, the majority charge carriers are electrons. So these electrons are going to try to attract towards the positive terminal of the battery, or they are attracted towards the holes. Negative charge carriers are attracted to positive charge carriers, and the direction of holes are towards this battery, positive battery. And similarly, these holes are positive charge carriers. They'll try to move towards this n-type, which are negative charge carriers, and the direction of holes are towards this n-type, n terminal of the battery. So meanwhile, the flow of electron is considered as the flow of current. The direction of electron indicates the direction of current. So here they see here this direction is like this. The flow of current is positive to negative, positive to negative. So this is the barrier potential. If you observe this, the plot of this VI characteristics can be given like this. I will show you. To observe this graph, so if an external battery applied with positive on P side and negative on N side, what happens? The holes on P side is going to repel from positive bias, and the electrons on the N side are going to repel from the negative bias, right? So they'll try to move towards the opposite terminal, right? That's why the majority charge carriers are driven towards the junction. This is the reduction of depletion layer width and the barrier potential, right? Student ikkada. These are negative charge carriers and negative terminal. ఈ టెర్మినల్ నుండి రిపెల్ అవుతాయి అంటే దే ట్రై టు మూవ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద జంక్షన్. సిమిలర్లీ హోల్స్ డైరెక్షన్ చూడండి, ఇంటర్నల్ చూడండి ఇక్కడ దే ఆర్ మూవింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద జంక్షన్. పాజిటివ్ టెర్మినల్ నుండి అంటే ఈ హోల్స్ డైరెక్షన్ ఏమో టువర్డ్స్ ఎన్ టైప్, టు డైరెక్షన్ టువర్డ్స్ ఎన్ టైప్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ డైరెక్షన్ అనేది టువర్డ్స్ పీ టైప్ అనేది. So in both the regions, the majority charge carriers are moved towards the junction. So what happened? The depletion layer, this forward bias decreases, and meanwhile, the potential barrier also decreases. This results in the reduction of depletion layer width and as well as barrier potential. So as the applied bias is steadily increased from 0 onwards, the majority charge carriers attempts to cross the junction. Holes from P side flow across the negative terminal on N side and the electrons from N side flow across the positive terminal of the P side. So as the external bias exceeds the junction, that is the barrier potential, which is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon, the current starts to increase at an exponential rate. Once the external bias exceeds this barrier potential, at this point, the current is going to start rise in an exponential manner. Now, a little increase in forward bias will cause steep rise in majority current. A little increase in the forward bias will cause a maximum rise in the current. Okay. The device simply behaves as a low resistance path. Here in this forward bias, the PN diode will behave simply as a low resistance path. First, let us see the features. It behaves as a low resistor. So where there is a low resistance, there what we are going to observe? We are going to observe maximum flow of current. Right now we have seen that as the barrier potential increases, depletion layer increases, it will cause to rise in current. Once the barrier potential increases, once the applied voltage, external bias is going to reach the barrier potential, what happens? It causes the current to increase in exponential order. The current is mainly due to the flow of majority carriers across the junction. Potential barrier and the depletion layer is reduced here. So these are the features, right? Now let me tell the PN junction diode in reverse bias. This is the diagram. Once you observe this diagram, how the connection has been. If the negative terminal, we observe this battery terminals, the P type is connected to negative terminal of the battery and N type of diode is connected to positive terminal of the battery. This type of connection can be viewed as reverse biasing. Let us observe the working of this reverse bias diode. Let us see what happens in the reverse bias condition of this PN diode. Just before in forward bias, what happens? You have observed that the holes and the electrons from both the sides are going to move towards the junction side. Now what happens? It's completely different. The movement of holes and electrons are completely different from those in the forward bias condition. The electrons in the N-type region move towards this battery. They are moving away from the depletion layer. These electrons, since these electrons are negative charge carriers, they will try to attract the positive terminal battery. And similarly, the holes in the P type are tries to attract to the negative terminal of the battery. So that's why the direction is towards this battery. Okay. Since these are going to move away, what happens in the reverse bias? The depletion layer increases, and meanwhile the potential barrier also increases in this case. External bias. If the external bias voltage is applied with positive on N side and negative on P side, this reverse bias aids the internal field. The majority carriers, that is in the holes on P side and the electrons on N side, are attracted by the negative and positive terminal of the supply respectively. This widens the depletion layer width and also the strengthens the barrier potential. Let us see the summary. In this session, what we had discussed? We had discussed the forward bias of PN junction as well as reverse bias of PN junction. To see the quiz, the anode, cathode of PN junction diode are connected to the battery respectively. The anode, cathode of PN junction diode are connected to. Anode refers to positive, cathode refers to negative. So, anode is connected to positive terminal and cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery respectively. Okay. Next. The diode under forward bias acts as a what device? Low resistance device. Under forward bias condition, you can observe low resistance, right? So that's why in forward bias, the diode will act as a low resistance device. Next, the forward junction constitutes a current due to majority charge carriers, right? The potential barrier for silicon is, and for germanium. For silicon it is 0.7 and for germanium it is 0.3 volts, right? Next, in the forward bias PN junction diode, the external bias dash the internal barrier. So what happens whether it increases or decreases? Internal barrier decrease అవుతుందా తగ్గుతుందా? Reduces. Forward bias condition as the depletion layer width decrease అవుతుంది కదా. Meanwhile, we can have the low internal barrier. It reduces the internal barrier also. And in reverse bias condition, it increases the internal barrier. It strengthens the internal barrier potential, right? It opposes. The reverse saturation current is due to minority charge carriers. Okay. The reverse saturation current is due to minority charge carriers. Next, the breakdown causes of internal barrier junction causes the rupture of internal barrier junction. So frequently asked questions are just wait. They are going to ask the regarding formation of explain the operation of PN junction under forward bias condition, state the silent features of forward biasing, and also they explain the operation of PN junction under reverse bias condition. Okay. So with this, I will stop this and I will share new slide. I will share new screen. Okay, right. I will share new screen. Hope you could see this, right? So till now we have learned this PN junction in forward bias and also in reverse bias. Now let us see the junction properties, VA characteristics of PN diode, and also let us learn Zener diode. What is Zener diode and its circuit? Okay. So this is a PN junction where we are going to observe two materials, P type and N type. In P type, holes are majority charge carriers. In N type, electrons are majority charge carriers. This is the depletion layer. And we also call the space charge region. Let us see the properties of the junction. So this is the junction. See here. This is the junction. If you observe the junction, this junction contains immobile ions. Okay. Under forward bias condition, the majority charge carriers from the both sides are going to attract towards the junction, and they are going to form the electron hole recombination. And due to this, the depletion layer is going to decrease. And here, let us see what happens. Due to this, the barrier potential also decreases as the width of this depletion layer decreases. The barrier potential also decreases. Let us see the properties of this junction. The junction contains immobile ions. This region is depleted of mobile charges. This region is also called as depletion region, the space charge region or transition region. The space charge region or transition region. So it is in the order of 1 micron width. The cut-in voltage for silicon is 0.6 volts, and for if it is germanium, the cut-in voltage is 0.3 volts. We can also name this cut-in voltage as barrier potential, right? What is the width of depletion layer? It is in the order of 1 micron width. The reverse saturation current, which is produced due to minority charge carriers, doubles for every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. The forward resistance is in the order of ohms. The reverse resistance is in the order of mega ohms, which is very, very high. In reverse bias, we will observe very less current. Why? Because there the resistance is in the range of mega ohms. Whereas in forward bias, we are going to have more current because the resistance is very, very low in forward bias condition. The transition region increases with the reverse bias. This region also considered as a variable capacitor, and we can treat this as transition capacitance. Let's see the VA characteristics of PN junction diode. The PN junction diode, if you observe the VA characteristics, so we have assumed in this graph, on x-axis voltage is taken, on y-axis the current is taken. So among all the coordinates, we have 4 coordinates: first coordinate, second coordinate, third coordinate, and fourth. So the first coordinate, the graph which is going to represent here is forward characteristic. And here in the third quadrant, it is going to represent the reverse bias features, reverse bias graph. So here, in first quadrant, both voltage and current are positive node. So this you are going to observe in the forward bias condition as the voltage increases at certain point of barrier potential. When this forward voltage is going to overcome this barrier potential, in case if it is silicon, it is 0.6 to 0.7 volts. If it is germanium, it is 0.3 to 0.2 to 0.3. If that barrier potential crosses, what happens? The current starts rise to an exponential manner, right? This is due to exponential decay of carriers into the majority charge carrier bands. Whereas the reverse bias, the current flow is constant due to thermally generated carriers swept out by electric field in the depletion layer. So if you observe in this thermal, in the reverse bias, where you are going to observe current in negative value and reverse voltage, that is V voltage also plus here. If you observe this, the current is very less. The vertical section which gives the current value which is very, very less. Is reverse saturation current. So this indicates the forward bias. See here, how you are going to take the plot of forward and reverse bias condition for diode. So on x-axis, we are going to take the voltage. On y-axis, we have to take the current, right? So in forward bias region, see here, this is the forward voltage and the forward current. Forward voltage is taken in volts and reverse current voltage is also taken in volts, but the forward current is measured in the milliamps, whereas the reverse current is measured in microamps. Okay. See here, forward characteristics how. So at this point, up to this, the current is zero. Forward current is zero. Suddenly, what happens whenever this external bias bias voltage increases the cut-in voltage? There is barrier voltage. Then what happens? The current starts rising in exponential manner. Similarly, this is the breakdown region, breakdown voltage. At this voltage, what happens? In reverse manner, the current increases rapidly. Here, the current is in the order of microamperes, reverse bias. This is the diode equation of current. Let us see the Zener diode. Next. Let us see the Zener diode. This Zener diode is heavily doped diode and it is going to have a thin depletion region, and meanwhile it is going to have a sharp breakdown voltage which we can call it as a Zener voltage, that is represented by VZ. Forward characteristics are same as the PN normal PN diode characteristics, whereas this shows the difference in the reverse characteristics. The reverse characteristics are not same as PN diode. It is going to have different. So this is a circuit symbol of Zener diode, where this indicates the anode and it indicates the cathode. Anode represents positive terminal and cathode represents negative terminal. The arrowhead indicates the direction of conventional current flow, as we have seen in the normal PN diode. The arrowhead of the PN diode indicates the direction of conventional current flow. The Z symbol at the cathode is the indication of a Zener diode. The Z symbol, it shows the symbol, no? It indicates the cathode, the Zener diode. To see the, so in practically you're going to have like this. These are the Zener diodes which you are going to use in practical applications. The orange color indicates the anode and the black color of this diode indicates the cathode. Okay. These are also treated as Zener diode. Equivalent circuit. In forward bias, how you are going to draw this? Okay, equivalent circuit forward bias. So equivalent circuit in forward bias. In forward bias, what happens? The diode will become short circuited. Ideal case. In ideal case, if it is forward bias, the diode will act as a closed switch. That's why here it is closed. Where there is not at all any resistance in the circuit, it is ideally. But practically in forward bias, we will have some resistance, forward resistance. And anyhow, in forward bias, the diode will act as a forward closed switch. But in ideal case, the resistance, forward resistance is 0. Whereas in practical case, you can have some, at least some minimum forward resistance, right? Here it will act as a closed switch. The diode will act as a closed switch in forward bias. Then equivalent circuit in reverse bias. So in reverse bias, the diode will act as an open switch. If you observe this, the open switch. For the voltage below breakdown voltage, that is VZ, it is given as the reverse bias for the voltage which is given below VZ, and will act as an open switch in the reverse bias condition. In reverse bias, ideally, for the voltage above the breakdown voltage VZ, see here, practical student allow. In practical, we have some, at least some resistance which is added into this. See this. So equivalent circuit of Zener diode for voltage above VZ is given here. So here, అర్థమైందమ్మా Zener diode ki normal diode ki? Have to listen carefully. So forward bias lo close switch act chestundi, reverse bias lo em avutundante, this diode, whenever the voltage is below the breakdown voltage, it will act as an open switch only, like as normal diode. But when the reverse voltage is above the VZ, for the voltage above the breakdown voltage VZ, what happens? It will behave as a voltage source. It will behave as a constant voltage source. So the forward bias characteristics of both Zener diode and PN junction diode are same. But in reverse bias, up to the breakdown voltage, in reverse bias up to the breakdown voltage, the Zener diode will act as an open switch. And if the breakdown voltage is greater than VZ, the Zener diode will act as a constant voltage source, right? So hence we have discussed junction properties, VA characteristics, PN junction, Zener diode, and circuit. Let us see some ways. The cut-in voltage for siliconics 0.6 volts, and the cut-in voltage for germanium is 0.3 volts, right? The reverse junction constitutes A variable capacitance. The PN junction acts as a low resistance device, or it will act as a non-linear device. The I naught, which is known as reverse saturation current, doubles for every 10 degrees Celsius rise in temperature. The breakdown mechanism in Zener diode is known as Zener breakdown. Zener diode acts as a constant voltage source under the reverse bias of more than Zener voltage, right? Under reverse bias, if it is more than breakdown voltage or Zener voltage. Diode safely operates in the breakdown region is Zener diode. The diode which is going to operate safely in the breakdown region is known as Zener diode. Doping level of Zener diode is it more than PN diode or is it less than PN diode or same as PN diode? It's more than PN diode. So generally they'll ask the VA characteristics, draw and explain the VA characteristics of PN junction diode. And meanwhile, what is meant by Zener diode? And they'll also sometimes they'll also ask to draw the circuit symbol and equivalent circuit of Zener diode. Okay, with this, I am going to stop my session. Next session, I will meet you with another new topic. Thank you very much.